Hi, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, and you saw that Chet Hanks, the rapping son of Tom Hanks, uh, recently got public in terms of his need, and he feels his right to use the N word, from what I understand. And before I even get into this, before we start talking about what this means, what it might mean, I wanted to introduce, make sure you guys know about the person who actually told me about this. He is my homeboy out of Kansas City, Kansas, the rapper Vigilante, aka Roger Suggs. How you doing today, man?
Chilling, man. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing real good, real good. Now you sent me this article about Chet, and
Mm.
I was kind of taken aback. It's I'm sure I'm sure his father has a lot to say about this. And you were telling me that Chet, who's about 24 years old, he routinely uses the N word on his Instagram account. And yesterday he defended the word's usage in a post. And here's what he said, and I'll get your take on it. He says, "Look, I know the majority of y'all are not going to get this," he says in the Instagram video, "because the history is still so fresh in our country. But hip hop isn't about race, it's about the culture you identify with." And he says, "Can't no one tell me what I can't say. If I say the word nigga, I say it amongst people I love and who love me. If I say fuck y'all hating ass niggas, it's because that's really how I felt at the time. And I don't accept society getting to decide what anybody can or can't say. That's something we call free speech." Okay, now that you've heard this quote, uh, what is your take on this? You're a hip hop artist. You know hip hop history. You're also a black man. Um, Give me your thoughts on this.
It's the chicken coming home to roost.
Mm,
is what we've made it. This is the grandchild, or he's 24, so this is the grandchild of gangster rap, thug rap, old, black barbershop talk, and giving people passes. So, and these are the people that consume hip hop. When hip hop wanted everybody to hear this music, this is the secret is open now. They feel they're comfortable in it. This is the third generation. I mean, of hip hop. You think about hip hop, been around for a while, but technically '79, you want to really be mainstream. With rappers alike and all that type of stuff. So now it's 2015. Now they feel that not only have they kicked in the door with Eminem being one of the best rappers in the business, the Tiger Woods of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Now you got this guy who his friends co-sign him in doing it, so he feels comfortable to say that word because somehow in his mind he thinks being black is saying that word, and that's how you relate to the culture. And we have helped him to make that decision very easy. We've co-signed it. We do it ourselves. So therefore, here is your results.
well, let me read some more of what little Chet Hanks has to say. He said, Now I understand the older generation who grew up in the Jim Crow era might have strong feelings about against this, and that's understandable. But what I'm saying is, this is 2015, and even though we are still far from where we need to be, and black people are still literally being killed by a racist and fucked up system, we have also reached a point where the word can no longer have a negative connotation if we so choose. And who is to say that only black people can use it? Okay, so it sounds to me like he's expressing his interpretation of the N word, and he's saying that if you don't agree with him, you a hating ass nigga, and that he as a white man is somehow allowed to use the word because he actually claims, and this is another quote I haven't got to yet, but he actually claims that the word unifies the culture of hip hop across all races, which is actually kind of a beautiful thing. That's what he says in the next quote. Um, what do you think about that? When somebody picks out a word like nigga, and says this is a word that unifies the culture of hip hop across all races. How do you, as a rapper and as a black man, feel when you hear something like that?
Well, it's disturbing, but since I'm a battle rap fan, it's said across there. Is Hispanic people say the word, either say the N word. Um, White rappers have said the N word within the within the confines of being a battle rap or something like that. I think that for him to be that comfortable is a problem. It also shows the temperature of the black community right now, where they feel that they can do that. And another thing, have you ever wondered about this, boys? Why don't white people go around saying cracker and hunky to each other? You know, how many black people go around and say, "What's up, my cracker? What's up, my hunky?" You know what I'm saying? So if we are the only ones that take that word and we try to make it whatever, they love that word. They want the right. They will fight for the right to say that word. They love that word. No matter what, we remix it and we water it down to make them feel comfortable. So for him saying that it unifies it, well, on surface, you look at some of the music that's out there right now. Hmm, may have a point. He may have a point, along with ratchetness and flossing money. It seems like that's what we're about because nobody's going deeper into what black people are about. We are, so-called lost people. So therefore, we don't have the same pride. This couldn't fly in the 70s. This couldn't fly in the 60s or 50s. What he's saying is, basically forget about your plight of what happened. I understand. When somebody tell you that they understand, but this is 2015. Basically saying, F what the hell are you talking about? This is what we're doing now. And with his privilege mentality, it's just another way of showing white privilege. Because he can say that. He wouldn't say not anti-Semitic, would he? Would he say something like that? Would he say something against the Muslims? No, he wouldn't. Because guess what? They would check him quickly. So my thing is, we can't allow this to be all we say it all the time because you're gonna always find a black person ready to defend him. Well, y'all say it just because I say it. I can talk about I can talk about my son, but you better not talk about him. You know, we give people the door, the path, just like we sell our businesses and everything else to them. They take over. They want everything we got, and we're giving it away. So of course he feel comfortable because there ain't been no heat. But you're gonna mess around and go at the wrong place, and he gonna find out. Celebrity or not, you can't use that word, and you shouldn't want to use that word. But once again, white people don't go around calling themselves crackers.
And you don't hear Jewish people calling themselves Hamis or anything like that. You don't hear Arab people referring to themselves in derogatory ways.
Exactly.
And and as much as he wants to be a rapper, I dare his punk ass to go out there and say some stuff about the Jews. I dare him. He won't say one word about the Jews because as you said, the Jews will eat his ass up. They don't play that. They will take your little Tom Hanks ass, your little privileged, spoiled ass, and put you on the street. They be like, okay, you want to use the word nigga? We gonna treat you like a nigga. We don't care if you're Tom Hanks' son. You out of this industry. So I agree with you. I mean, the more I really started trying to think about this in a measured way as much as I could. But the more I just kind of was listening to you and kind of thinking about it, because I'm really still trying to process it and figure out how I feel, right? Because you got these people that will use the word because they feel that they are so connected to black culture
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
look, these are my niggas. Like I love these people and I'm calling them my
Yeah.
niggas. So what can be wrong with that kind of love? Like that's a sign of respect. And what you don't understand is that you've been fed a bastardized version of black culture. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't connecting to black people when you come into our space with that language. So maybe you're connecting to people that want to be self-defined niggas, but you're not connecting to black people. So you're not really connecting to hip hop. That's the other thing too. I mean, you
Yeah.
know more about hip hop history than I do. So tell me, I mean, what do you think about people that really think that the word nigga links hip hop culture across races? What would you say, or what do you think of KR's? I know you can't speak for these guys, but you definitely you're an OG in the game, but you still
Yeah.
rap, but you know the history. What do you think
Yeah.
KRS and Chuck D and guys like that would say about this little
Well, they
spoiled
will
spoiled little
laugh.
kid coming out saying
Yeah.
the N word unifies hip hop? Please tell me.
They would laugh. I mean, Chuck D them would laugh. Karis One would, what Karis One laugh? He would be laughing because he was like, I don't think so. Let me school you on what real hip hop is. This is just another version of what Iggy is. This is the thing. We open it. This is no different. They feel this way because it's almost like if you let somebody come in your house and smoke in your house and then 2 years later, if they stop smoking in my house, they gonna look at you like you've been letting me smoke for 2 years. Now all of a sudden you tell me I can't do this. So they should be appalled. Matter of fact, they should be speaking about this. I hope they see this. I hope see. I say this to you real quick as a sideways. Where the hell are the conscious MCs at? It seems like the bully with the fully have made the revolution step the fuck back. Where are they? Where do people talk? I'm not talking KRS One, a public enemy, but where's the conscious rappers at? Where do we at? You think in the 80s and 90s, you think that he had said that every rapper would be on his head? You know why? Corporate America has compromised it. I tell people all the time, I've been saying this for years. Gangster rap, thug rap, whatever you want to call it, hardcore rap is commercial now. And what is underground is conscious music. It's have flip flop. It used to be, positive music. This was commercial. Now it's reverse. You know why? Because that's more stronger to keep a people down. So while if he really want to show that he's down and want to unify somebody for real, take that Tom Hanks money and go help some of these people, these kids in the community. Show it by your work. Let me see you do the work. If you're out there doing the work in the community with your niggas, helping get other niggas out the hood and put them in a better situation, then you can have at least a conversation. What are you doing with that Tom Hanks money? You're just rebelling. You're just another white kid that is rebelling against the so-called system, and you don't even know you're a rebel without a cause. That's what it is. And you think that cause is defending the word nigger. How about mass incarceration? How about using your influence to talk about that and the inner city kids to help them out? See, we let these people get away with saying that, and then we get people like the Justin Biebers and all these other people that want to claim black until Freddie Gray happened, Walter Scott happened, Mike Brown happened, Trayvon happened, and they don't say one damn word about it. They say general statements. TMZ shouldn't be having this as the breaking news. It should be the breaking news that Tom Hanks has joined the people in Baltimore in protesting the police brutality. That's how you make headlines. You know what I'm saying? We told T.I. plenty of times. At least tell that silly girl to have a sound bite and act like she care about the black community. It'll go off a little bit better. You'll look a little better. But we let this happen because corporate America have their hands in the back of our stars, our conscious rappers. I don't know where they at. Have you heard? I mean, it's underground rappers that are conscious, like Immortal Technique and those guys. Even Tech Nine got a song talking about the system on his new album, Special Effects. But where? But these are artists that still, even Tech Nine's big now, but he still ain't mainstream big yet. Even though everybody know who he is, why? Where's the other people? Jay Z say a quote, but then it seems like it's backhanded because of he is about his thing. Everybody wants to be conscious when it's convenient, but not when we need it. Right now, you would have thought with all the stuff that's happening, we wouldn't tolerate what he's doing. It would be a no-fly zone for him to ever to speak those words to think that he can do this and be comfortable with it. By him being comfortable is very disturbing to us, and it should be. And to me, I can't believe it.
You know what it reminds me of, man? It reminds me. Remember that movie with Richard Pryor called The Toy that
Yep.
came out? It makes me think about how you have this contingent of rebellious rich kids who never really struggled in their life. They've always lived well, and they see the black community as kind of being this little escape pod where they can rebel against their parents, maybe go have sex with some black girls or date a black guy or hang out with black people for a while because they define us as kind of being I guess the trendy crowd that you follow when you want to rebel against your parents, and then 10, 15 years later when the stuff really hits the fan, they living in a house with a white picket fence with a wife and two kids, even though they done committed as many crimes as Lil Pookie did, but Lil Pookie's still
Yep.
in prison. He got 20 to life, and your little punk ass called you rich daddy to get you out of jail when you and Pookie got arrested together, and suddenly you decide that you want to clean up your life and make your life normal again. And to some extent we're almost we go it goes back to just our allegiance to massa. We're like these really good personal assistants. Like if you the white boy who wants to run around saying using the n-word, you could go pay a negro that'll sit beside you and be like, yeah, this is my nigga. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I give you permission to use the word nigga. Or you look at Justin Bieber and all the brothers that he got running with him. What was that dude's Lil Twist? What happened to
Twist,
him? Last time I saw Lil Twist was facing some serious time, right?
real time.
Is
Yeah,
he?
yeah, yeah. He faced. They hadn't been reported yet. I hadn't really checked on him. That's how irrelevant he is when he's not with Justin Bieber. And
Right,
I don't think
he doesn't even I mean, I've never heard anything Lil Twist has ever
nothing.
done. Like music. Yeah, yeah, so I'm going to tell you this. I bet you 10, 15 years from now Bieber will be doing a whole lot better than Lil Twist.
Yeah,
Even though they running like they buddies, and it's
yeah,
just interesting. Like we just it's almost like we rent ourselves to co-sign for white people. Like just kind
yeah,
of run right behind them. Like
yeah.
when that time when your girl the actress I forgot her name, the actress from Iron Man was
Uh-huh.
talking about how she was in Paris with her niggas, and she had
Yeah, yeah,
Kanye
yeah,
next
yeah,
to her
yeah,
and somebody
yeah.
else. You
Gwyneth,
know,
Gwyneth, Gwyneth Paltrow, something like
Gwyneth
that.
Paltrow, that's right.
Yeah,
It infuriates me, man. I mean, and you're right about that. I mean, if you put it this way, if he's Eminem and he's trying to make a comment about the N word, which I don't even think Eminem would really even go there. Like
wouldn't go
that's the
there.
thing.
Eminem,
Eminem's got so much respect that he wouldn't even try to do this. But if he did, I think people would respond differently because
yeah,
Eminem has always shown so much respect to the community. Like you when you're coming in and you can borrow from the culture, whether it's hip hop culture or black culture or both. You can borrow from the culture, but you can't just scrape the cream off the top and not immerse yourself in the culture in terms of showing respect for that culture from a very fundamental level. And I have not seen any evidence that Chet Hanks, really connects to what black people go through, connects to what, the people in the South Bronx who created hip hop is even paid homage to that. So, in a way, you just sound like a little spoiled little rich kid, who's using your daddy's money and platform and protection to go out here and run your mouth and say things that are going to embarrass your family, that make you look stupid, that are
yeah.
disrespectful to a lot of people, and just have no value to society. That's all I want to say on that. I'm gonna let you get the last word.
I say this. Damn. Tom Hanks took the Oscar award from Denzel Washington when he did Malcolm X. Now a little son just trying to take over hip hop now, right? What the hell? Nah, but on the real, it's very sad that we don't. It should be to a point now with black people because we've been through so much that this shouldn't even. Everybody should be like, nah, you can't say it. We would not let you say it, and we would check the brothers that are letting you say it. You know what I'm saying? They probably some punk asses themselves, perpetrating. But you don't get no pass to say that word. Period. You don't get no pass. If you think that's what black is, if you think that's what hip hop is, then you don't know nothing about either one of them. See, what happened is what's at the forefront? This type of music, this type of mentality. You got Mayweather walking around counting money and stuff. I never understood this, and I'm segueing this to make a point. Mayweather go around and carry money in his hand, carry it around, show it, and floss it off and stuff. And what happens is people see that and they want that mentality. They take on that mentality and think that's what black is about. When they see the world champion doing money, like you look at what Muhammad Ali did and versus what this guy is doing. He's a great boxer, but go around flossing that arrogance and not saying, you know what? Damn, I'm rich. Let me make a difference now. I got all the titles. Let me make a difference now. So they see thug rappers and rappers out there with partying with the white girls and this type of thing. So I feel like I could be a part of that. But what they don't realize is like you look at Justin Timberlake. I like him as an artist, but when he pulled that titty out, he went back to being being white for a long time. And who got all the ridicule? Janet Jackson did. See, they don't understand that these white guys can go back to being white. You're going to stay black no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you just talked about when one person sell crack, the other one sell meth, who get the longer time? Who get a chance to redeem themselves and get back? The white person do. So everything is temporary. They just do it and then they'll grow out of that. Look at the movie 8 Miles. I always tell my kids, my students about this. 8 Miles. Great movie. Loved Eminem in it. But guess what happened? At the end of the day, when Eminem finally got the courage to win that battle, he goes outside and he leaves his brothers and keep it moving on to better, bigger things. Left them hanging. They built him up, gave him the confidence to do what he did. But at the end of the day, he won the battle, and at the end of the movie, he's walking off. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Not saying that the real Eminem is walking off, but in that movie, it shows exactly how it's been with us. We create stuff, give it away. Or they take it and use it for what they want until it's gone. Other races hold on to their heritage. Look at Van Halen at Billboard Awards. Everybody, every age was celebrating Van Halen. They 70, 80 years old on stage. Let it have been somebody black. Who's gonna celebrate the Isley Brothers on stage? Who's gonna look at the Barcades and say, "Wow, those are legends"? We don't even know who the Barcades is. That's the difference between us and them. They preserve their history, they revere their history, and guess what, boys? They also revere our history. And they'll change it and remix it and Photoshop it and edit it until it becomes his story and we believe it. That's it. Wake the hell up. Zombie land. That's what we headed to, man.
All right. Well, you said it all, man. Well, it was great getting a chance to hear from you on this. Maybe Chet or his father will come out and apologize. I know we got a lot to say about it. I know a lot of people in your black world are tripping over this. Just
Yeah.
looking at this guy like who are you? Your father has accomplished a lot, but you ain't done nothing except run your mouth on Instagram. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I think that you're right on every point, and we got to celebrate our culture, our history. We got to draw solid lines about what we
Yeah.
will and won't tolerate. And I'll be damned if you're gonna talk bad about black folks, but you can't do the same about other groups of people.
Yeah.
Whatever the standard is for the Jewish and Asian communities and every other
Yeah.
community, that our standard should be even higher than that. And I think that's very important. So thank you, man. I really appreciate your time.
Man.
All right, and everybody, this is the rapper Vigilante out of Kansas City, aka Roger Suggs. You can go check him out. You can follow him on Twitter at which would you rather people follow you, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook? Which one?
All the above. DIGALANTEE on Twitter or reasonforrhymes.com. That's reason with the number four rhymes.com.
All right. Well, you take care, brother, and everybody watching. Thank you for checking us out. Until we meet again, please stay strong, be blessed, and be educated. And let's try to get rid of the N word and just move on. All right. Peace.